everyone, welcome to another episode of Escapades Player review session. My name is Suryansh and joined as always by Akshat and Amit, and honored to be joined today by Anand. Thank you for taking some time out, man. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Looking forward to those insights. And like always, we're going to talk about the hits of the game week that just went by. So yeah, man, let's start with Amit. Amit, and for the viewers, this is going to be Amit's last episode for quite a while. I mean, we might just, get to listen to his views next season now. So he has some priorities of his own that he needs to take care of. So let's start with you, Amit, man. Who was your hit of Game Week 31?
So technically, to the victor belongs the spoils. This should go to Anand Sindhu, but he has been kind enough to give me this pick. Although I don't have this player in my team right now, it has to be Stuart Dallas, man. What a performance for this game week! It's a Leeds team as a whole, man, and nobody expected Leeds to do this unthinkable, and they were able to pull off. And after this, United have 8 points behind City with two games. If we win the two games in hand, we have already won against Spurs, so one game in hand. So it would be around 8 points behind City, with City to play Villa next. So yeah, this was
That's
a
not
good
impossible,
result.
right? Not impossible,
We
right? You can still
we
do
have
you.
squandered we have squandered bigger leads than that. If you remember, I think it was a similar
Absolutely.
sort of a lead that we squandered in that Aguero season. I guess
Different
we
season.
squandered 8 points. Yeah, 8 points it was, right? So
Yeah, somewhere
yeah,
along those lines, yeah.
so I hope this sort of a miracle happens, but that's a big shot. I hope if that happens, I'll join you guys for the next, definitely for the
Absolutely.
finale episode. Sure, that is for sure. But yeah, so this week it has to be Stuart Dallas, man. What a finish, man. Although when you go one on one against Edison, you always back your goal scorer. But surely enough, this was a special performance from a very special team, and finally, probably in BS Lab, probably Guardiola has sort of met his maker, and it was a brilliant pick from Anand Sindhu. Although you know whether it was intentional or not, it is
Controversial
yeah.
circumstances.
Yeah, but what matters is end of the day he ended up on his team, and that's what matters. So yeah, brilliant peak, man. And any of our viewers who had Dallas in their team, kudos to you, man.
Amit, I forgot to ask, man, how much did you score this game week? Because it's safe to say Akshat and I are out of this conversation.
Uh,
So in a way, what happened was I was able to extend my lead over Akshay by 7-8 points. So I have a 18-point cushion there. But Anand Sindhu is creeping up again. So yeah. Well, that's fine. This kind of stuff's happening. It's a game, so it keeps happening. It's like a roulette sort of a thing. One week you're on top, and next week you'll have your opposition having the better day. So it was one of those days. 46 points. It was above average, so I don't mind it so much. But uh, right now, because in the top 1,000 or top 10,000, 46 was a really not a good game week. So uh, I'm not. I'm
By your high
satisfied. I'm
standards.
not. Yeah. So I'm not. I'm content, but not. Yeah. Sort of things happen. So one more interesting pattern about this, how this entire FPL has gone about is, it's not your attacking scorers who have really put you on the map. I remember my rise through the table was when I brought in Cresswell in and he started giving me returns.
I remember.
It's the time, and I got in Diaz. I think I was the first one with, I think it was Stitch, or I don't remember, it was Akshay. I don't remember it. It was Diaz and Cresswell who really pushed me to the top end of the table. And right now I'm seeing Anand Sindhu pushing it largely because of Dallas and his defending picks. Enough for that matter also. So it's been
I
defenders.
Yeah, we had a detailed conversation about his Anna pick in the other video. Please be sure to check that out, man. So, talking about Anand, quite excited to know who we picked. So, yeah, please, man, Anand, talk to me. What's your pick for the game week that's just gone by? And, I am sure you'll have a lot of options from within your team, scoring 66 points, a huge green jump. So talk to me, man.
Yeah, so 66 was pretty lucky, like Amit said. So, but yeah, I think for this game week, I'm going for a player that I didn't have, but I was really considering Lacazette, uh, especially not because he's in form or something like that, but especially because he was playing Sheffield, and Sheffield at the moment just seem just clueless, and a lot of their main players are still not back. Even today, we heard a news about their striker Billy Sharp. He's out for the season. So yeah, form form's bad, but yeah, because of injury as well, they're struggling. So Lacazette really made the most out of it, and he's also not doing bad in terms of scoring whenever he's getting an opportunity. And Arsenal, although they are pretty shaky, inconsistent as well.
To say
But
that.
yes, against the Minos, the so-called Minos, or as the point table reflects, it's safe to say that managers can target Sheffield United, and Lacazette scoring those goals was just amazing. In fact, the second goal, he just showed that he has this clinical thing as well. Sometimes 1v1 is not the easiest position to be in. We've seen with Rashford, this season so many times. He's done well too, but that's the quality of a striker when you're into 1v1 situations. And Lacazette at the moment. Plus, going for the next week too, he'll be playing against Fulham. So Fulham, although I think it's fair to say we can expect goals because Fulham will look to win this game. It's a really important game for them. So they will, and also Fulham likes to play an attacking brand of football. Usually they try to do that. They were pretty unlucky against Wolves. They dominated most of the match. Yeah, they end up, you know, probably from the last kick of the match. I mean, Traore scored that spectacular goal. So yeah, I think, but still, because Fulham, like in the seen in the last match as well, they have to win. Newcastle is somehow winning those games, and they have a match in hand as well. So Fulham has to win. So Lacazette next game too as well is a hot pick, and yeah, for this game he was amazing. Moving on to you guys, what do you think about this pick? And what do you think? Can he sustain his performances just like how Lingard is? Is it four back-to-back? Sorry, it's three back-to-back huge returns, 12, 12, and now 14. So I feel we will talk about Lingard too, but yeah, what do you guys feel about Lacazette?
When you talk about Lacazette and you talked about the inconsistency of the Arsenal team, I think Lacazette this season has been the most consistent player for Arsenal as of now. Although I was expecting Aubameyang to be, because I would love that if he would have followed the last season's success into this season. But I think Lacazette has taken that spot, and brilliant goals from this guy to put his team on the winning side. So it's a great pick, and I think this is the second time when he has featured in our hits list. So yeah, a good pick, a good decent pick.
Absolutely. Like you were saying just now, targeting this fixture. Me myself, I was targeting this fixture, but in terms of Odegaard, I went on to captain him. We all know what happened. But the likes of Aubameyang, I've noticed that it's Lacazette always scores better when he's the main man, if that makes any sense. And when he's relied upon more, I think he delivers better. Uh, so yeah, I mean, terrific pick, man. I mean, worth considering him as a striker against Fulham in the next game for sure, no doubts about
So for all our viewers who are watching this, you know who to bring in next week. Odegaard, definitely.
it.
Now that
That's what I'm doing, man. I'm keeping him. I'm keeping my faith in him. But I did speak about a very intriguing pick you'd like to listen more about in the
You
other
know,
video I did,
the minute Suryansh got rid of Pereira, he just doesn't seem to be stopping now. Pereira
Guys,
keeps on
but
scoring, man.
he again gave 9 points, right? I
Yes,
mean,
guys,
wow.
he
because the
was
moment
again
he
on the score
scored,
sheet.
yeah, the moment Pereira scored, I thought about Suryan. Saying
Everybody thinks about Suryan whenever Pereira is on the
Yeah,
score
man.
sheet.
Yeah.
Moving on, Suryansh, tell us about your pick for this
I've,
game.
I'm tired of being laughed at, man, by Amit every week for
Oh,
selecting
do
players.
not.
So this week I've gone proper safe. I've selected a player who's given most returns. Since he's joined this team, and
Okay,
it's no
so
surprise.
I'll let you on a secret. Please do not pick Lingard as your captain for next week because I just got him for this game week. Because
No,
Neto
no,
got injured. Neto got injured. I had to get someone. It was between Torreira and him. I just backed Lingard for this
no,
game.
absolutely, man. I mean, not only on sentimental value, the way he's been performing, he's the new Bruno, it seems, on this show. We're talking about Lingard every week. That just reminds me of our conversation of it. It's like Lingard was listening to us and he's proving me wrong every game week. It's like, so
now
yeah,
he's in Amit's team. His biggest critique, and Amit has Lingard now in his team.
but yeah,
No, I was
FPL
not
makes
his
you do that.
biggest critic. I just said Lingard won't have a place in this United team, which is what Ole said in this today's press conference, because Bruno and Lingard plays the same
Yeah,
position. It doesn't
you
make
just remember
tactical
the
sense.
last. This is what you told in our last conversation, but before that, it was something absolutely different.
No, but
The reason
I,
why,
I
Before that,
I will
the
back
reason why
Amit
you
here
wanted,
because see, Amit told that Lingard is that kind of player who has to start in the playing 11, and if he's getting to start in West Ham, then I think it's the best move for him to play for West Ham because
plus in the desired position,
yeah, in the
you
desired
should
position,
remember this,
yeah.
not just
absolutely,
For
in the
my
starting 11.
yeah, but
here,
this is
I will
after
side
Lingard started.
here. Here I will side with what Anand is saying, because that's what I've noticed the last few seasons. We've discussed this off air as well. The drop off from the first team to the second team is immense, man. And imagine having somebody as a Lingard. And I'm not saying he's starting 30 games in the Premier League season, but he can play or do a job that another favorite player of yours, Van Der Beek, he's been doing this
See,
season.
are you absolutely certain if you bring on Lingard for 15-20 minutes and then start him the next game week and give him a Donnie Van Der Beek treatment, would he be as effective as he is now? Are you sure about that? Because I'm not.
But
Because
But has he not,
bec-
lived his United career entirely like this? He's 28. He's
yeah,
spent.
and throughout this United career, has he been this impactful? Arguably,
But he never got to play
Absolutely.
what
at
do you
his
say?
Remember that
desired
18
position
month,
as well, right?
that World Cup
Yeah,
Whenever,
period, man. That
exactly.
was
yeah,
If we already had a number 10 in Bruno, which was already colliding with the Pogba position, now we have Pogba and Bruno both looking to make those advanced position his own because Pogba right now looks a brilliant player, man. The performance he put up against Tottenham. So you have problem of plenty. We have Donny Van Der Beek, who is arguably again a number 10, more of a number 10 than an 8 or a 6. So
No, I think
where are you gonna?
Van der Beek is Dutch. Anyway, we're moving so ahead, but Van der Beek is Dutch.
So,
He can play 8 as well. Actually, his main
so
position is
it's
8.
that's not the point. What's his main position? What role has he played in this United team?
No,
Has
he's
he
played as an 8
started
as
as
well.
an
No, he's played
but
as an 8 as well.
would you trust? Has Ole trusted Van der Beek as a 8 in any sort of a big game?
But I mean, Surya is right on this, but I feel
But
it's too early for a fan, especially to disregard a player just
it's
that
not
early.
disregarding. It's
see,
being realistic. See, Lingard as a player. No, I'm not unhappy that he's succeeding. I just don't see him. I just don't want him to come back to United and face the same problem again.
let's just say,
Especially when he has
let's yeah,
you
finish your
know
point.
so sometimes some player fit into a team like for the other team it doesn't fit, like Torres at Anfield was doing wonders. He just did not fit at Chelsea. You have
That's
similar cases
Chelsea.
of a loan
Chelsea
Yeah,
signed an injured
fine.
Torres. If you remember. Chelsea signed an
Anyway,
injured.
okay,
No, but I
I
get what
can
you're
give
saying.
you,
I get what
yeah,
you're
I
saying.
can give you
But
Shevchenko
you
and
know,
various examples. But my
but
point
yeah,
being
I
is,
yeah, tell me.
sometimes the player just fit into a team. Okay,
Yes.
the kind of yeah, maybe the pressure of playing at United, you have to also consider that is huge. The amount of scrutiny you are under
Absolutely.
continuously, the amount of expectation. So next, even if for the next 5 game weeks for West Ham he doesn't score, I don't think you would have fans of West Ham turning
Absolutely.
against Lingard. But you do that at United, you will again have this pressure of
Yeah.
not performing, and the the ghost of the ghost of the past will be coming
True.
back to
I
haunt him.
agree.
So
I
it's a
agree with
different ball.
Well, yeah, you have a point, but I think
You,
if
I mean,
Lingard does well,
we still have fans who are criticizing Bruno as we speak now because he had couple of not so great game weeks. If I'm
absolutely,
being
that is the
entirely
standard at United. But if Lingard ends up performing for the next 10 matches too, sorry, the next 7 matches, I think he's going to Oli will definitely consider him in the preseasons, or if there is a big
But
swap
let's
deal.
let's we
For
can do
example,
this all
Lingard,
night. We can talk about this topic all night. Let's it will be safe to conclude this topic like we did off air that day. Stating the fact that it might be the best thing for Lingard as a player and as a personnel to
no,
play
just hope
at
he
teams like
makes
West
into
Ham, and
Euros.
I don't think that'll happen, man. That'll be too criminal on the likes of Mount and Grealish and even Jude
So
Bellingham.
why not Mount? If you don't see him starting ahead of Mount, how do you expect him to start ahead of Bruno, man? Because
Nobody's saying
Mount,
nobody. By that logic, you will have to play two keepers in your team. That can't happen, right? You can only play one player. So if
yeah,
I given an option, yeah. So I just don't want another Van Dijk 2.0 to happen some season down the line. Who will you play then? Tahit Chong, So this debate can go on and on. But yeah, moving on. Coming back to Lingard, this game week, again in the points that he scored 8 goals, 4 assists already. If you don't have him in your team already, uh, why? I mean, it's so obvious now to have
criminal,
Lingard in your team. Yeah,
criminal.
he's the new essential in your team, and he's earned that right. It's not just based on 1 or 2 game weeks. It's and also not just the finishes or the points tally. He's uplifting the whole team, and that's just lovely to see. And at
Yeah,
6.5, the price is just going to go up and up and up, and sure about that.
absolutely.
So safe to say, discuss enough about Lingard.
So he's playing
Uh,
Newcastle, Suryash. He's playing
yeah,
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Yeah, so they're in a scrap of their own, and thanks to ASM Maximin, they survived another scare this game week. Uh, so yeah, let's see, man, how things work out. How uh, Mighty Moyes and what was the name Declan Rice, uh, Backstreet Moyes, as he called himself and the West Ham band. So moving on, Akshat, coming to you, man. Been waiting a very long time, very patiently this episode. So take it away, man. Talk to me
Yeah,
about it from
so
game week.
the player that I've chosen is again West Ham played against Leicester, so I chose a player from Leicester because it was a thriller game. I've picked Iheanacho because the Lingard's goal was the first shot on target for West Ham. Before that, only Leicester was attacking. And after getting 3-0 down, I think then again Leicester got up and woke up from their sleep, and then they again started to attack. But I think it was too late. But thanks to Iheanacho's 2 goals, they lost by 1 goal only. And the quality of goals that Iheanacho scored, they were also brilliant. The first goal was, I think, the keeper did not have any chance, and I've picked this player because of the consistency. Uh, for the past 3 or 4 game weeks, all the hits of this game week that we have spoken about, they were pretty consistent. So I picked this player because of his consistency, and also the comparison which is being drawn between Iheanacho and Vardy. Even though Vardy is not scoring goals right now, but the kind of competition has increased the level of performance for Iheanacho as well. And also, there's a different role that Vardy has started to play. He has taken a back seat and allowed Iheanacho to go up ahead and goals. So, and I think among four of us, only Anand has Iheanacho. So
And not only this game week, man,
yeah,
he's owned the Nacho for a
he
very
has
long time.
been he has
Kudos
had
to Anand for that.
yeah, he has him from the game week where he scored his hat trick. So
Yeah,
kudos and a big shout out to Anand for that move. So yeah, that's my pick.
no controversy there, Amit.
Definitely not. Definitely not. He deserves the Iheanacho pick. No second question about
This
it.
season, the strikers, and we were talking about this, a lot of strikers we were not expecting, like Anand, you had the strike force of that. It was you who had Bamford, Watkins, and Iheanacho, right? And
Yeah.
who would have imagined in the start of the season? But kudos, man. That's real good. So, any input, Anand?
Talking about Iheanacho, I think Akshat has spoken a lot about him and all the right points about him too. Iheanacho, I got him in um, because there's a person, Vicky, and he told me, did you see the volley he scored? So this was just before the match against Sheffield, and I really liked the technique. And when somebody scores a volley of that caliber, I just felt that the guy, he's sorted his technique out, or maybe it was always good. I don't know what, but yeah, I loved his technique. That was one. And secondly, he was playing Sheffield, and Madison was out, so he was nailed. So these were things I were. So I had shortlisted him alongside Adams. I remember in gaming 28, and I just got him in. I was discussing with Akshat. I think he was inviting me for the review session. Called me that, will you come? And I was like, yeah, for sure. And that time I asked him, I'm planning to get in Adams or Iheanacho. He said, maybe go for Iheanacho. So sometimes I do listen to my friends. Whenever I talk to them, I hold their opinion in high regard. So I felt Iheanacho, there were two of my friends who told me, like I said, Vicky and then Akshat. So yeah, it was a good pick. That's it. I feel. And he's doing really good. And the fixtures are great. So it's good to back him. And his stats are rising up as well. He's doing
That's
really
what I
well.
was going to say.
Great
Yeah,
picture.
the stats are very
So,
encouraging for him.
let's see how it goes, guys. Yeah.
All right. So with that, let's we wind up with the hits of the game week that just went by. Safe to say it was pretty heated, pretty detailed this week. That just giving Amit a farewell that is pretty suited to how his player picks are. So with that, we move on to the next segment. We'll keep it quick. Um, Hunch pick your captain, so to say, for the upcoming game week, and we will start with Anand, one player, and yeah, man, talk.
The last time you asked me my hunch pick, I I actually said that Subyansh, I'll go with one of your favorite players. So that week I named Lacazette, and he ended up scoring again. He ended up scoring in the blank game week actually. This time too, I'll go with your favorite player. Uh, this time it is Jamie Vardy. I feel Jamie Vardy is too good a player to stay quiet for a long time. So that's my pick.
Interesting, man, interesting. Especially after talking a lot about Hinacho, I think that's really intriguing, man. So moving on to Amit. Uh,
I think we should just end the video there. You just ended Anand.
no, I
No, but
absolutely love. That was no banter, man. I absolutely love that pick. Jamie Vardy has, it's Jamie
Iheanacho
Vardy
was not
party
my
time.
pick.
And I just when I thought Iheanacho has sorted out his technique. Anyway, quickly, my pick for this gaming has to be, I think Jota. As we are recording this video, Jota hasn't started in the fixture against Real Madrid. Even if Liverpool wins this fixture against Madrid and they somehow manage to go through, I do believe they are still they have a realistic chance of in finishing top four, and that is the reason you're seeing Salah play most of the games. And against Leeds, I am hoping to see your Jota start up front, and because of his aerial prowess as well as I think Liverpool has finally starting to string on the results. And even if they don't win the game, I can easily see Jota scoring a goal or two. So yeah, Jota.
Absolutely great pick. He's been in good form, not only for Liverpool but also for Portugal. He's been scoring a lot of goals. So top pick amongst a lot of big guns, I must say. So coming to Akshat, man, talk to me. Your pick.
Since we started hunch picks, initially for the first 2 game weeks, I used to pick a player who is present in my FPL team. But after that, I've started to realize that it's not good to pick a player who is in your team. So this time, as Amit says that he always targets fixtures, so I'll be targeting Arsenal versus Fulham, and he has been our hit of the game week 31. So I'll pick Lacazette. I hope he plays as the main man and he scores goals against Fulham.
Akshat, the trick is to pick player from your opposition team and jinx him. That's what I go by.
No
So
wonder he's
valuable
Literally,
advice from
preliminary
Amit
on the top.
on his last pod. I will keep that in mind from next.
Absolutely, Amit. We'll keep that in mind. And winding up these picks, I'll go in with Harry Kane, just because double game week and was gonna pick Son, but I'm pretty sure his face hurts a lot and he's still,
brother, brother, I'm gonna triple captain him. Don't jinx Harry Kane for him.
So Suryansh has already taken Amit's advice.
Yeah, I'm
And
implementing
Amit
his
has
advice right
re-jinxed
from the
him.
start.
Amit has re-jinxed his own guy.
Jinx or no jinx, I know a guy who seems like he's been jinxed for a very long time, and that's Mourinho. Uh, so I think I'm over relying on this Spurs team, but like I said, it's a hunch pick. I go for Harry Kane over Son. So yeah, that's it. It's Vardy versus Lacazette versus what was Amit's pick?
Jota.
Jota. Yeah. So some interesting names, man. Some very not so heavy names in this list. So with that, lads, thank you so much for joining. And please like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. And Amit, on a personal level, we wish you all the best from the Escapades family. And we really hope you join us back soon. And preferably the next time we talk, we have a certain Haaland or a Sancho we can post or talk about. Been a
It's
pleasure,
been
man.
great fun. It's been
Cheers.
great fun. Boys are gem. I mean, I hardly put in much of the effort. You guys do the editing and the brilliance of that photographs. And as weeks have gone on, you guys have really taken up the mantle, and the kind of not just this the fun I have with you guys is unparalleled, man. I'll miss you guys a lot, man. I want to do this, but when you have to finish your syllabus within 2 months, have to finish 4 or 5 books, so then it's a PG exam. I can't help it, but I'll miss you guys, and whenever I see something, I'll be sure to text you guys.
And
Absolutely,
yes,
absolutely. We'll be in
the
touch.
chair
Yeah,
is
man.
always empty for you. The chair is
Absolutely.
always
It's
there.
always it's just temporary that he's going. I'm sure he'll be back and back with a bang.
And I'm
Um,
sure Anand will do a bang of job in my absence. He's been always
Nobody can
he'll
replace you. Nobody can replace
I
you.
I'm not saying you will, but I'm just saying you'll do a good job.
on that note, we wish you all the best, Amit,
Yeah, I love you,
and
Anand,
for all
man.
the
Let this be
for
my last.
and for all the viewers, please write subscribe to us if there's anything you want us to talk,
Yeah,
debate on.
get 1,000 subscriber within a week, and I'll be back.
See, the doctor wants you guys to do something, so we listen to the doctor. And with that, we'll be sure to talk to you again soon, next game week. And may the arrows be green. Cheers, lads.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.